All right, time for some wrestling what ifs.
What if?
This is where we bend the fabric of space and time and we peer into the what if. Larson, which one are we going to start with?
We're going to start with this one from Hayden Riley. What if Cody Rhodes never left WWE in 2016? Yeah. Do things like All In and AEW still happen? And is his own career altered? Well, I mean, he might still be seeing whoop, 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 whoop.
Stardust winning that Universal title. Like he would imagine he would like because like his departure coincided a bit, I think, with the Universal title. I think
it was both in 2016.
Both in 2016, right? And so the idea of him remaining Stardust, this outer space type character.
Yeah. Totally from
Ziggy Stardust type of thing.
Outer space, yeah.
And
ooh, what if he got his own spiders from Mars?
There you go. That's cool. I don't know what that means. What is that?
Well, that was the name of Bowie's backing band in the Ziggy Stardust era.
My head immediately was like
Stardust and the Spiders from Mars.
Dude, these giant spiders that are like on the red planet. That's cool.
You have that album.
Well, I mean, it's on my phone probably.
Well, you know what I mean. You've listened to it.
Yeah, I have. I honestly did not know the Spiders from Mars thing.
All right, fair enough.
That's interesting. Is Fashion on that album?
No.
Okay. That was before. No, that was after.
That was well after.
All right, let's get back to Stardust. Let's get back to wrestling.
Whoop, whoop.
Exposing my lack of musical knowledge, Larson. It's embarrassing. So Stardust goes after the Universal Championship.
With the Spiders from Mars.
With his spiders. They are from the red planet. And he wins this thing.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? Oh, I got to get my guy in Pakistan to come up with a custom Stardust. What? Tell me.
It's not just a custom Stardust belt. It's one that can split in half so you can put it in front of the face and go whoop, 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 whoop.
It's got a window and he goes like that. That's really cool.
Yeah, that's what
I like that. Yeah, you get like the backing plate is that what it is like like the background radiation that the picture of the background radiation.
Yeah,
you've seen that the observable universe.
Yeah. This is all great ideas.
It never would have happened. No, that's amazing though. That's great.
Amazing. If Cody had stayed,
we got to bring back We Book Rawlers.
2016, he'd probably been released a couple of years later.
Yeah, it honestly, it's the weird thing about WWE is that reinvention there is so much more difficult than fucking off and then coming back and reinventing yourself. But then like so many people have fucked off and have not come back.
It's interesting because I think the difference is when you leave and make the effort to reinvent yourself, you at least get to do it on your own terms.
Yeah.
And you dictate how that reinvention happened. Whereas in WWE prior to 2021, you had some out-of-touch old man dictating your reinvention and where it goes. Yeah. And you were, for the most part, I think, unable to wield much influence in terms of how that reinvention went down. Mm-hmm. Therefore, more often than not, you're stuck with a gimmick or a character idea that doesn't connect with you. Whereas if you can dictate how your reinvention goes, it's all you. You find the character. You find the character that, ideally, that worked for you and resonates with an audience. That's not a given when Vince was running things. So I feel like that's kind of the major difference. We saw it with Drew McIntyre. We saw it with Cody. They went out, transformed themselves. Drew literally transformed himself physically.
Yeah.
He got super jacked. He was like a totally different character in person when he went out there.
He was, yeah.
Cody, it took him quite a bit of time to... Because remember when we saw him at PWG, that was February 2017, and he was still finding what who his character was. He's still wearing the bomber jacket at the time.
Right,
he hadn't been bleaching his hair.
Yeah.
He was in the opening match against Trevor Lee.
Yeah.
So he's come a long way.
Superstar Trevor Lee.
Yeah, TNA Superstar Trevor Lee.
So, let's pivot to the second part of the question. It seems maybe... so, if Tony Khan is to be believed, he was putting plans in place to start a pro wrestling company months before All In happened.
And he doesn't necessarily cite All In as the genesis of it. He always talked about Kenny and Jericho at Tokyo Dome. That was the thing that put the idea in his head. Oh, there's a market for another wrestling company here in the States.
I think that's probably right. And when you think about it, given how hot, even before Cody showed up, how hot the Elite was, and if you got Jericho on board, if you got Mox on board, I don't know necessarily the backstage machinations, how much Cody was, if he was at all pivotal in getting because I think Jericho and Mox and along with the Elite. But I think Jericho and Mox were like
two people that brought legitimacy to the company.
Right, absolutely. Yeah. Those were the names. Now, if Cody was pivotal in either of those, but I don't necessarily think he was. I don't think he was pivotal in bringing Jericho to New Japan, so why would he be?
No, I don't think so either.
So in that case, I think, and on top of that, let's be completely honest, as much as I love Cody. But his presence in AEW, we always called it Cody Island. It didn't really have much bearing on the overall direction of the company. He just had his slice of pie, his slice of cake, if you will, marble cake perhaps. It is probably more of a lemon cake, huh? And he used that, he carved that out, and he just did. I mean, the TNT Championship might have been something different. I don't know, because he seemed to be obsessed with that thing. But I don't think the general direction of the company would have changed much. I think Cody Rhodes would, I don't know, maybe he would have been released. Maybe he would have taken a different direction. Maybe he would have gone into politics. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Even if he's released in 2018, he probably still would have been a part of AEW a year later.
Yeah, maybe.
You know?
He would have been signed on. He would have signed on instead of being one of the founding fathers of the company. He would have showed up at the press conference. Been like, oh, hey, Cody Rhodes is here too.
Yeah, right. Yeah, in bomber jacket.
Yeah, in bomber jacket.
Yeah. So I don't know if he was never released by the company, if Vince had some sort of loyalty to the Rhodes name, to Dusty or whatever. I mean, is there anybody on the roster that sort of could mirror? I mean, even Cody's time in WWE, though. Granted, he hated the Stardust thing, but like he did reinvent himself quite a bit.
Oh yeah, the dashing Cody Rhodes stuff into the undashing.
The ugly exactly.
Was fun. We got a couple of what ifs here. Deep voice dude and what's this one say? Jan, I think. Jar. Close enough. Both wonder about longtime WWE talent going to AEW. Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar. What if they left WWE to go to AEW?
Randy Orton,
Randall Keith Orton,
and Brock Lesnar. Both of them be able to keep their names.
Yeah,
because I think that's his actual name.
That's their real names. Yeah.
To AEW,
I really wouldn't have much interest in Brock. Orton and AEW would be interesting.
All right, but here's the thing: regardless of our interest, they're huge names.
Oh, huge names. Yeah.
Brock is a massive name. This is the weird thing about it, though. They're huge, and I know Brock works really well with smaller wrestlers.
Yeah.
But like, it's kind of like the idea of Drew McIntyre going to AEW.
Yeah, he would tower most of the members of the roster. Yeah.
So if they start loading up bigger dudes, so that like that
means Lance Archer gets a push.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like the one, and maybe like the Butcher. The Butcher's kind of, well, he's a beefier guy anyway.
What about Luchasaurus?
There you go, big push for him. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it probably would. Look, it 1,000% would benefit AEW to have Brock Lesnar and Randy Orton.
Oh, absolutely.
1,000%. Would they be challenging WWE in the ratings? All things being equal, probably not.
Probably not.
But they would be doing significantly better. They'd probably be breaking 850,000 these days instead of 700.
Maybe getting close to 1 million. I don't know.
Maybe getting close to 1 million.
People like Randall Keith Orton, man.
Yeah. But talk about, dude, could you imagine like Brock Lesnar and his attitude backstage at AEW?
Just steamrolling. Tony Khan. Hey, Brock, do you want to do this?
No.
Don't think I would.
We'll just go out there and see what happens.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Oh, what a surprise. Brock wins.
Yeah.
Poetry and Tofu says, what if Bayley walked out with Sasha and Naomi? What company or companies do you think she would have joined?
She probably would have gone the same. I would see her and Mercedes as a combo act, to be honest.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if she kind of followed or went on a similar path that Mercedes did and go into wrestling in Japan. And I mean, I don't know about necessarily signing with AEW, but I wouldn't be surprised if she were to leave, that she would kind of be like, all right, I'm in a position now where I can pursue some of the dream matches, that I want to do before I decide what my next step is. I wouldn't be shocked if she did something similar. I
could have seen, I agree. And I wonder if they would have found a way to sort of drive up their value as a package unit, as a package deal. And I'm trying to think if we've ever seen something like that before that wasn't like strictly just a tag team of dudes,
Yeah.
As like because obviously they've tag teamed together. They were women's tag champs.
Mm-hmm.
But like as potential singles wrestlers and a tag team, that'd be kind of interesting. What you got over there?
This isn't a what if. I guess it's a hot take. This is from DB. Says wrestling crowds in America need to step it up.
I saw that one. I love that DB did not hashtag that hot take or what if.
I guess
it could be either. What if wrestling crowds in America stepped it up?
Stepped it up. Step it up.
B says, what if LA Knight won the Money in the Bank briefcase over Damian Priest? Real quick, what do you think of LA Knight's new shirt they're selling there at WWE Shop? It says, I lack people skills, but the lack has an LA.
It's not good. It's not good.
I don't get it. Like, what's wrong with you know, people love you.
Yeah,
your music
the people do love you.
You have very good people skills.
You come out, say the word keister, people pop.
And even like at meet and greets, I've seen him interact with people like on social media.
Yeah.
He seems, he's not like yelling at them or anything.
No. He's not. He's going up to their face and going, yeah.
Nah.
You sign this shirt? Nah. No, he doesn't do that. He signs
I'll rub this shirt on my keister. Yeah. Anyways, that's it for Wrestling What Ifs. Thanks, everybody, for your suggestions. Be sure to sub to the channel so you're always made aware when the thread goes up where we ask for these hot takes and Wrestling What Ifs. Till next time, we'll see you guys around.
Goodbye. Yeah.